All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well so far on this Friday. We've got ourselves an injury report to look at, so let's go over it. Unfortunately, I can tell you right now there is a limit on the amount of actual information we're going to get here. Um, we've got a lot of players listed in the infamous questionable category, which means basically 50-50. We have a little bit of information beyond that, but not a whole ton. So I'll say what I can say at the moment, and we'll probably get more updates right before kickoff, maybe the morning of. But for what we know right now, we have some good news. The good news is no players on the Seahawks are listed as out or doubtful, meaning that everybody has a chance to play. I kind of doubt that everybody is going to play, but everybody has a chance. So that's a good start. Now, if we zoom in here a little bit, let's take a look at what we got. Okay, Marquise Goodwin, questionable. It was indicated earlier this week that he was going to play, so I'd say he's probably going to play, but questionable for the moment. Travis Homer, questionable with an ankle. I've heard nothing about Travis Homer one way or the other, so I'm going to say that's just a 50-50. Abe Lucas, questionable with a knee injury. Again, it was indicated earlier this week that he was going to play, so I would expect him to play. I'm not sure if I'm comfortable with that. This is a very scary proposition, these next couple games with Abe Lucas out there, but if the doctors say he can play, then you got to just cross your fingers. Excuse me. So, Abe Lucas, questionable. I guess if I had to guess, I'd say he's likely to play, but we'll get more information in the next 48 hours or so. Ryan Neal, also questionable. Him, I don't feel so great about for some reason. I don't really have a lot to base it on other than Pete's comments, but I just kind of feel like he's not going to play based off what was said earlier this week in practice, which that's a big loss. He's been one of our best defensive players this year, no doubt. So, Ryan Neal, questionable. If I had to guess, I'd say he's not playing. He might be the one guy who misses. Al Woods, also questionable with that Achilles injury. He's an older guy. He's going to take longer to get right when he gets hurt right now. It was said earlier this week that he was able to do some practicing, so that tells me he's likely to play. But again, when you're that old, it's hard to feel great about anything when it comes to long-term health goals. So an injury that would have kept a younger player out for a couple of weeks might keep him out for a couple months, and we might just not see him again this year. So those are the first five guys questionable. The next two, these are kind of the big ones, and these are also the ones we have the most clarity on. Tyler Lockett, questionable with a hand injury. Ken Walker, questionable with an ankle injury. Both guys, as of right now, expected to play, which is a necessary, crucial, massive shot in the arm to this offense. Lockett apparently had no pain catching passes all week, and the expectation is he's going to be able to go on Sunday against the Jets. Ken Walker, Carroll just came out and spoke and said we expect him to be able to play. He should have some fresh legs. Looks like he's ready to go. So big news for this offense. We are likely to have Lockett and Walker back. Goodwin, I think, will play. If I had to guess, I'd say Goodwin plays. And Lucas, if I had to guess, will also play. So this offense, which was in a little bit of flux throughout the week, looks like they're going to have at least most of their soldiers. And this is a season-saving game. There's no doubt about it. And it seems like the team is treating it like that. Some people last week after that Chiefs game where it seemed like the team kind of rolled over in the second half were wondering if maybe this was like a soft tank. But this tells me probably not. If this was a soft tank, none of these players would be playing. But I think most of them will. So that's I guess you could call that good news. I think we're going to have most of our guys. If I had to guess, the guys who may not play on Sunday would be Ryan Neal and Travis Homer. Just my best guess with the information we have. We'll see what happens Sunday morning. Now, quickly looking at the Jets side of things, their injury report's a little more gentle. They've got two players who are out. They're both depth players. They've got a defensive back, a cornerback, Brandon Eccles, who has played a handful of snaps this year, and one of their backup receivers, Jeff Smith, who has like 8 catches this year. Those guys are both out. Not significant losses, really. And they also have 3 players listed as questionable. Vinny Curry, not a massive loss there if he can't play. Either way, I think they're fine. Nate Herbig, who is their starting right guard, that would be significant. Obviously, right guard tends to be the most replaceable position on the offensive line, but Nate Herbig is questionable, and he is a starter. And maybe the most significant potential loss would be LaMarcus Joyner, who has played a lot this year for the Jets and been an important part of that defense. He is questionable as well. So if the Jets manage to suit up all their questionable players, they're not really missing anything of significance. Obviously, Mike White, not even listed on the injury report, so it looks like we're going to get Mike White, which is a significant switch up from the other quarterbacks that they have. He's significantly better, so we'll see. And that's it for the injury report. I would call this good news, but we'll know more in about 48 hours here. Well, less than 48 hours. I can't call it good news yet, but the fact that none of these guys are listed as out is very encouraging. There is a non-zero chance everybody suits up. And if everybody suits up, you got to figure the team has a chance, especially knowing that their backs are against the wall. They're 1 for their last 6. And bottom line is, if they lose this game, it's pretty much dead. It's pretty much over. And I think that the team is going to at least go out there and give everything they got. Maybe everything they got won't be enough, but at least they're going to have most of their guys. And obviously the Jets are in a very similar position to us. They are also losing a lot of games lately after starting the season out well. They are in a position where they're probably going to miss the playoffs after an expectation of making the playoffs the whole year. So anybody who can physically play, even if it's not 100% or not even 75%, you got to figure they're going to suit up and go just because they need the soldiers. So there's your injury report update. Obviously, we're going to need more info before we feel great about this one, but so far, not so bad. If you're watching this video, I'm probably live on Twitch right now playing Judgment. So you can pop on over there, say hi. We can talk about stuff. We can talk about this injury report if you want to. So, yeah, I'll be streaming mostly Judgment probably throughout the rest of the evening as well. So hope to see you guys there. And, yeah, tomorrow we'll do the official pregame video. Hawks Nest stream, by the way, I know some people are wondering where that went. The Hawks Nest stream got bumped to Saturday evening this week, by the way. So tomorrow evening, my channel, I'm going to stream with the Hawks Nest. If you're wondering what happened to that collab stream, it's still coming. It's just not going to come until tomorrow night. Okay, see you guys later. Go Hawks, and hope to see you on Twitch shortly.